So technology has changed family life. If you think about the information that children have at their fingertips now, there is nothing that a child can't find out. There's this real yin and yang between the fantastic things that technology have brought to the family and the challenges that parents face every single day, whether that's setting boundaries, time limits, ensuring their children don't see inappropriate content. There's a huge range of stuff that parents have to cope with now that they didn't used to have to cope with.
So pretty much every child has been on the internet at some point, and we need to teach them to do that safely. We need to equip them with the tools so that they know how to do that in an appropriate way for themselves to keep themselves protected.
Parents Own is an organisation that sits at the heart of digital family life. Our mission is to improve outcomes for children, and the lens that we apply is how can we ensure that families are navigating technology safely and confidently so that children can enjoy all the opportunities that an amazing digital world can offer whilst avoiding some of the risks and the harms. And that's kind of where we sit, in that messy, complicated, multi-dimensional space that's family life, and we think about what has digital done to family life.
I've worked with Parents Own for a while now and started with the Be Internet Legends programme and Ali when they launched those. And when the email came through about PZ Send, I was really enthusiastic to get involved with that. It was a way to sort of help Parents Own know how to help children to access their curriculum more easily, and just to make it really inclusive for everyone.
The Parents Own SEND project is really important because of all the audiences that we work with, and we work with families around the UK. We were incredibly conscious of the fact that there was this large group of people who had additional needs, special educational needs and disabilities, who simply weren't getting the resources and the support that they needed. So for us, this project has filled a really important gap that we were incredibly conscious of. The government's Train the Trainer scheme was absolutely critical for this project. It wouldn't have happened without it. And what it's enabled us to do is to ensure that resources that we already had could be leveraged for a much wider audience, and particularly an audience that we knew were incredibly underserved.
I reviewed some of Parents Own's resources and looked at how they could be just made more accessible for children. I tried to put myself in the children's shoes and know what my learners need to be able to access a resource, and Parents Own were absolutely fantastic and listened to what we said. The resources they came out with on the other side of that were absolutely fantastic. They really took into account everything that I'd put into my reviews and had acted upon that, which is absolutely amazing to see.
Delivering this project has taught us so much, and I think one of the key learnings that we've taken from it is that adaptations don't necessarily have to be complex. So we've done some really simple things like change the formats that we deliver resources in, like giving them different coloured backgrounds, all the way through to doing what you might expect to do in a project like this, which is translating resources into British Sign Language, for example. But it's that blend. It doesn't always have to be the complicated thing. Sometimes it's just delivering in a format that's flexible. Parents Own SEND is actually one of those projects that we do that has the potential to transform how we work at Parents Own, and that's really exciting for us because what we've learned through this project will be carried through in all of our work. So going forward, whenever we do a piece of work with families, we will now be in a position to include that learning, to think about how we make it appropriate for audiences with special educational needs and disabilities, which is, a long-term legacy from a project that will impact everything that we do.